Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was MQ-9 Reaper was recently seen in the news. It is drone, torpedo, submarine or supercomputer. The correct answer is option A, drone. Recently, a Russian fighter jet struck the propeller of a US surveillance drone MQ-9 Reaper over the Black Sea. But Russia insisted its warplanes didn't hit the MQ-9 Reaper drone. Therefore, option A is correct. The incident has added to Russia-US tensions over Russia's war in Ukraine. Black Sea is a large inland sea situated at the southeastern extremity of Europe. It is bordered by Ukraine to the north, Russia to the northeast, Georgia to the east, Turkey to the south, and Bulgaria and Romania to the west. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, the headquarters of the International Criminal Court or ICC is based in Paris, New York, The Hague or Jakarta. The correct answer is option C, The Hague. Recently, the International Criminal Court has issued an arrest warrant for Russian President Putin for war crimes because of his alleged involvement in abductions of children from Ukraine. ICC investigates and tries individuals charged with the gravest crimes of concern to the international community: genocide, war crimes, crimes against humanity, and the crime of aggression. It is governed by an international treaty called the Rome Statute. The ICC is the world's first permanent international criminal court. Its headquarters is based in The Hague, the Netherlands. Therefore, option C is correct. Next question is, Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority or PFRDA functions under which of the following ministries? Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Home Affairs, Ministry of Finance or Ministry of Law and Justice. The correct answer is option C, Ministry of Finance. Recently, Deepak Mohanty has been appointed as the chairperson of the Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority or PFRDA. PFRDA Act was passed on 19th September 2013 and the same was notified on 1st February 2014. PFRDA is regulating national pension system subscribed by employees of Government of India, state governments and by employees of private institutions or organizations and unorganized sectors. PFRDA comes under the administrative control of the Ministry of Finance. Therefore, option C is correct. The authority shall consist of a chairperson and not more than 6 members, of whom at least 3 shall be whole-time members to be appointed by the central government. Next question is, what is GPT-4, sometimes seen in the news? Genetically modified crops, large multimodal model, missile system or medicinal plant? The correct answer is option B, large multimodal model. Recently, AI powerhouse OpenAI has announced GPT-4, the next big update to the technology that powers ChatGPT. GPT-4 is supposedly bigger, faster and more accurate than ChatGPT, where GPT 3.5 powered ChatGPT only accepted text inputs. GPT-4 can also use images to generate captions and analysis. GPT-4 is a large multimodal model created by OpenAI and announced on March 14, 2023. Multimodal models can encompass more than just text. GPT-4 also accepts images as input. Therefore, option B is correct. Next question is, in which of the following years Russia annexed the Crimean Peninsula? 2010, 2012, 2014 or 2016? The correct answer is option C, 2014. Recently, Russia marked the 9th anniversary of the 2014 annexation of Crimea. Therefore, option C is correct. Nearly 9 years ago, the Autonomous Republic of Crimea and the city of Sevastopol were annexed by the Russian Federation. Russia was excluded from the group of 8 powers over its annexation of the Crimea Peninsula. The Crimean Peninsula lies between the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov. The peninsula is connected on the northwest to the mainland by the Perekop Isthmus. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the judicial review. 1. The phrase judicial review has nowhere been used in the Constitution. 2. The constitutional validity of a legislative enactment or an executive order can be challenged in the Supreme Court only. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Judicial review is the power of the judiciary to examine the constitutionality of legislative enactments and executive orders of both the central and state governments. Though the phrase judicial review has nowhere been used in the Constitution, the provisions of several articles explicitly confer the power of judicial review on the Supreme Court and the High Courts. Article 13 declares that all laws that are inconsistent with or in derogation of the fundamental rights shall be null and void. Article 32 guarantees the right to move the Supreme Court for the enforcement of the fundamental rights and empowers the Supreme Court to issue directions or orders or writs for that purpose. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The constitutional validity of a legislative enactment or an executive order can be challenged in the Supreme Court or in the High Courts on the following 3 grounds. It infringes the fundamental rights, part 3. It is outside the competence of the authority which has framed it. It is repugnant to the constitutional provisions. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Therefore, option A is correct. Next question is Mudumalai Tiger Reserve was recently in the news. It is located in which of the following states? Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal or Madhya Pradesh? The correct answer is option A, Tamil Nadu. Recently, the Elephant Whisperers film has won the Oscar for Best Documentary Short category at the 95th Academy Awards. It was filmed at the Thepakadu Elephant Camp in Mudumalai Tiger Reserve is the oldest elephant camp in Asia. Mudumalai Tiger Reserve is located in the Nilgiris district of Tamil Nadu. Therefore, option A is correct. It is at the tri-junction of 3 states, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. It plays a unique role by forming part of the Nilgiris Biosphere Reserve, the first biosphere reserve in India declared during 1986. There are several species of endemic flora. Such a varied habitat is inhabited by a variety of animals which include tiger, elephant, Indian gaur, panther, sambar, spotted deer and barking deer among others. Next question is Ecosensitive Zones or ESZ was recently in the news. It is mandated under which of the following statutory provisions? The Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960, Environment Protection Act 1986, Biological Diversity Act 2002 or the Compensatory Afforestation Fund Management and Planning Authority or CAMPA Act. The correct answer is option B, Environment Protection Act 1986. Recently, the Supreme Court of India has indicated that it may relax restrictions imposed on development activities in the eco-sensitive zones. As per the National Wildlife Action Plan 2002 to 2016 issued by the Union Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, land within 10 km of the boundaries of national parks and wildlife sanctuaries is to be notified as eco-fragile zones or eco-sensitive zones. Ecologically sensitive zones are notified by the central government through the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change under the Environment Protection Act 1986. While the 10 km rule is implemented as a general principle, the extent of its application can vary. Areas beyond 10 km can also be notified by the Union Government as ESZs if they hold larger ecologically important sensitive corridors. Therefore, option B is correct. Next question is with reference to Gulf Cooperation Council, consider the following statements. 1. It was established on 25th May 1981. 2. Iran is also a member of this council. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2 or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option A, 1 only. India is ramping up its diplomatic efforts with Gulf Cooperation Council states ahead of the Group of 20 summit. It will take place in New Delhi in September under India's presidency. India recently hosted a virtual summit attended by 125 countries to articulate the voice of the Global South in international institutions and promote balanced representation of developing countries. Both Bahrain and Oman participated in the summit. These efforts signify India's commitment to strengthening ties with the GCC states and promoting greater cooperation and connectivity in the region. GCC was established by an agreement concluded on 25th May 1981 in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Hence, statement 1 is correct. GCC is a political and economic alliance of 6 Middle Eastern countries: Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, the United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain, and Oman. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Therefore, option A is correct. The most important article of the GCC Charter is Article 4, which states that the alliance was formed to strengthen relations among its member countries and to promote cooperation among the country's citizens. Its headquarters is based in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Next question is Indian Ports Association was constituted under which of the following acts? the Major Port Authorities Act, the Indian Ports Act, Societies Registration Act, or the Major Port Trust Act? The correct answer is option C, Societies Registration Act. Recently, the Prime Minister of India said that India's port sector is growing rapidly and contributing to economic progress of India. Indian Ports Association or IPA was constituted in 1966 under Societies Registration Act, primarily with the idea of fostering growth and development of all major ports. Therefore, option C is correct. All major ports are under the supervisory control of the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. Over the years, IPA has consolidated its activities and grown strength by strength and considered to be a think tank for the major ports with the ultimate goal of integrating the maritime sector. IPA is a full-fledged professional body rendering consultancy services on a variety of subjects related to port development, improvement of operational efficiency, and overall port management. Last question is, in the context of government health policies and intervention, which of the following statement is not correct regarding Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana? It is world's largest health protection scheme. It provides health coverage of Rs 5 lakh per beneficiary family per annum. The beneficiaries are identified on the basis of Census 2001, or it is implemented in 33 states and union territories. The correct answer is option C. The beneficiaries are identified on the basis of Census 2001. Recently, the Women and Child Development Minister said that under the Ayushman Bharat Yojana, crores of Indians have received massive medical benefits. Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana or AB-PMJAY is implemented in 33 states and UTs. The scheme is implemented in convergence with over 20 state-specific schemes. Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana was launched on 23rd September 2018. AB-PMJAY is the world's largest health protection scheme which provides health coverage of Rs 5 lakh per beneficiary family per annum to over 60 crore beneficiaries. The beneficiaries are identified on the basis of select deprivation and occupational criteria in rural and urban areas respectively, as per SECC database of 2011. The scheme is designed to provide financial risk protection against catastrophic health expenditure and is implemented in insurance or trust or mixed mode as decided by the state and union territory. Therefore, option C is correct. Now it's time for the practice question. Mission Vatsalya scheme is associated with which of the following ministries? Ministry of Commerce and Industry, Ministry of Women and Child Development, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, or Ministry of Finance? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.